fact that dude had to make a video about whether he could sit down or not, I was just like, Lonzo didn't even have to respond back. We already know you're not playing this upcoming year, so you showing us this. What does that prove? You already been listed out for the whole upcoming season. I don't know, man. It was useless and
What did
pointless.
Stephen A. say?
Basically, Stephen A. was saying, like, I guess Lonzo injuries was so bad, he needed help sitting down, I guess, and needed help getting up. So then that's why he posted that video of him like with one leg showing like doing a workout where he was standing up, sitting down, whatever. I mean, that was the whole point behind that, I guess. But I'm like, let Stephen A. talk. Stephen A. That's what he does. He get paid to do that. Lonzo out there sweating. That boy was sitting down, legs was shaking. I said,
man, my thing is, man, these players be too sensitive, bro. This my whole thing, right? I could just be me, but it's the internet, it's the TV. God damn, why you paying that shit so much attention, man?
That's
the average
thing,
fan.
though. Like, if this came out in the 80s, we would have seen more drama queens in the 80s. It just so happened we didn't have the internet like that. We didn't have it yet. We didn't have social media. But if you really want to do some deep research, go find some of them newspapers, them old newspapers when NBA players or any sport, people was running off at the mouth. So it was just a different type of media back then. You got to actually go back or even some post-game interviews.
Yeah.
So the stuff been around. It's just now it's quicker access to it. And a whole bunch of every outlet is constantly pushing it down our feed. So we'd be like, man, why he keep talking? He only talked to one person. But all those different medias took that one video and put it on their account. So now it's like they've been talking too much, but really it's just the same video. People just took it into their account and posted it under a different account. So that's really all it is. It ain't no different than media in the 80s, like I was saying. You only can watch it on TV one time. Like you can only read it in the newspaper one time. So it was like, oh, this person not really talking. Or if you do catch him talking, you're like, oh, well, he said what he said, and that was that. I'm like, people do that now, but people keep talking about it after the person says what they said.
I'm trying to find the video where he said, but I can't find it.
When Stephen A. said something?
Yeah. The video was kind of goofy to me. Him going up and down in the chair.
I really liked you, Stephen. I'm like, bro, I ain't never heard you scream before. Why are you yelling in this video? I'm gonna send you that mug.
I want to hear the original Stephen A. talking about he couldn't sit down. I'm gonna play it live on here because I ain't seen it.
Do it live.
Because I heard he was talking shit, but I was like, I mean, come on, Lonzo. It's Stephen A. Smith, man.
No, it's the way he said this, though. It's like, bro, you act like you got personal intel on this. Why are you saying that so confidently?
I don't think he'll ever be the same based off of what we're seeing and hearing and reading about. I've heard that it's even hard for him to get up from the sitting position. You can't play.
Like, who you hear that from?
60, 70 games.
How you saying it that confident?
Season,
like you talk to his dad or his agent or something.
I was a doctor. Something went wrong.
Bro, Stephen A. did this with that time with KD. And KD had to come out and say, bro, we ain't never talked before. Stephen A. Every time somebody called him out, notice he don't ever respond back if he lying. He responded back to Lonzo. I'm gonna send you a video. He responded back.
But my thing is, I want to know who he heard that shit from, or did he really just pull that shit out his ass?
Hold on, he said he know the doctors that operated on him. I'm about to
say that's what he said.
Video. He said it on his podcast. He said he know the actual doctors. If I said it, it's because someone close to you told me. But we have caught Stephen A. in some lies before. Like I said with KD had to set him straight. Like, bro, we ain't never had no phone conversation. You don't even have my number.
If I didn't want to go off camera because of the lighting in my studio here, do y'all know I can get up and sit down, get up and sit down, and get up and sit down all night long? Does that mean that I can run the hell up and down the damn court 94 feet for 30, 35 minutes a night?
Oh, he doubling down.
Sitting poolside on a bench, getting up on one knee. You think that shows that you're healthy?
But he just said, but last bit, I'm going to finish. I'm going to let him finish.
Would you like me to tell where you had surgery and exactly what date you had surgery on? Would you like me to get the names of the doctors? I do have them. I know the actual doctors that operated on you. The actual location. Of course, I wouldn't do something like that, bro. I would never do something like that. That's none of my business. That's none of anybody's business. I'm just making the point. Come on, bro. By the way,
It is
in
screaming.
June,
Hey,
the Bulls officially
Screaming is
announced
hilarious.
that you would be out
oh,
for an indefinite period of time. And speculation is that you were going to miss the whole season. And even though you're coming back, at the very least, it isn't expected that you'll be available to play until January of 2024. So you missed 42 games 2 seasons ago. You missed the entire season last season. You're scheduled to miss this season up until January upcoming. And you're going to sit poolside and ask why I'm yapping and who are my sources just because you getting bouncing up and down on one knee? Really? Really? I'm going to be nice because I got love for you, bro. And I want you to get back healthy. But it's not a crime to say that people have been concerned about your knees. You know I don't make it up. If I said it, somebody close to you told me. Maybe they're wrong. But that's the concern about you. That's the reality.
My nigga doubled down, right?
originally that's all he said was though. He was like, I've heard that he can't. It's hard for him to get up from the sitting position. That's what he responded to. Now you trying to bring up, can you run up and down the court for 30, 35 minutes? You didn't say that originally. He responded to what you said.
But I mean,
anytime I got lucky, but you just made a whole video segment still chastising him. Like, don't give me none of that, man. You could have called me on my phone after I responded back to you. Stephen ain't old enough to be Lonzo daddy, man. Come on, man. You going back and forth. Somebody old enough, like young enough to be your son. I ain't trying to hear it, Stephen A.
So you think Stephen A was wrong?
If he was really concerned, he would have. Man, come on, man.
He's a reporter, though, bro. You think he ain't finna report?
When you sit up in a video and say the only reason why I'm not going off on you, like going real bad on you because I got love for you, then that's disingenuous. Everything you just said is disingenuous because he's a reporter. He don't really mean what he's saying. Then.
I mean, man, but we all kind of know Lonzo knees is fucked off. We've been hearing about this for a long time. We've been hearing about this for months. He haven't played, right?
Let the reporters that don't have a real relationship or care in the world for Lonzo personally then. Don't let that come out of your mouth.
See, y'all be getting too sensitive, man.
Man, Stephen A. wasn't always like this with so-called people that he was cool with. When Kobe was going through what he was going through with, he wasn't talking down on him. That's all I'm saying. Stephen A. became this in the new era. He wasn't always like this. And he used to have his own show back then, so I ain't trying to hear none of that.
But I'm saying, what, in your opinion, what you think Stephen A. did wrong?
He should have never. First of all, soon when you got
he ain't say nothing. He ain't say nothing we didn't already know. He probably could have just shut his ass up and didn't say nothing. But
still, though, soon when you got that information, you should have went to Lonzo personally. And if you did have to go on air and say it, you should have talked to him personally and said, I'm gonna have to bring this up. You know, these are questions people wanting to know. But when you just go, soon when you get the information, you go straight. Oh, I'm going straight to the public about this. Nah, you gonna do this to somebody you got love for.
Let us know in the comments. Is Stephen A. wrong? We know Land think that nigga wrong. That nigga said that's baby mama energy. But man, them niggas ain't friends, bro. And they got a job. He supposed to be breaking his news. Everybody on ESPN getting their ass fired. My nigga Stephen A. just trying to be company, man. I ain't saying it's right, but I don't. Hey, no harm, no foul. I don't think that shit. It wasn't like he broke no news about Lonzo. Like we ain't seen. When the last time we seen Lonzo hoop? We ain't seen a nigga in 2 years. So he's gonna miss a whole nother season. Stephen A. What Stephen A. can say about that? That shit ain't messing up no money. Shit, in my opinion, his knees is messing up his money. Shit. I get what y'all saying. It's just like it's a little gossipy, but he's a journalist. That nigga breaking, he said what he said not true. Oh, yeah, about the church shit, him being able to sit there. That was a little bit much, huh? But
I feel say, and if you do report on something that the public don't know, Make sure it's all. That's why I said fact check.
He just doing his job, fam. What's up with it, Vic? But man, shit. I mean, man, I don't know, bro. Cause
he been in the game too long, DJ. He making rookie mistakes out here. I ain't trying to hear none of that. You going straight to the public soon you get some news? That's rookie mistakes. He ain't no rookie. He been in the game as long as he been alive.
Man, y'all know damn well he ain't finna call no Lonzo. Y'all ain't making no other journalists do that shit. Y'all don't. Hey, say, bro. I get what y'all saying on this one. On this one particular one.
Stephen A. is above those other journalists.
No,
you may not even hear from those other journalists.
Nah, but listen. Because I feel what y'all saying. He shouldn't have said shit. You know what I'm saying? Especially if he can actually sit up and sit down and all that other shit. But, bro, we know Lonzo needs bad. We know them hoes fucked up. No harm, no foul on them. But
he just actually confirmed what we were
would y'all have did this if that nigga, what's that nigga with them big ass glasses? Adrian Wojnarowski. If that nigga would have did that shit, y'all would have did the same thing. He should have called Lonzo. Y'all never tell that nigga to call Lonzo.
Man, we know that dude ain't got no relationship with none of them players.
No. I feel
Stephen A went out of his way to Did Stephen A not go out of his way to say, man, I got love for you, bro? Did he not go out of his way to say that?
That ain't gonna keep him from breaking no story if he feel like it was the fact
that they going back and forth. How you going back and forth on a public forum for everybody to see, and you so-called got love for this dude?
And he say, "Woj's not gonna lie," like screaming, "Hey."
That's
Stephen A got a bad track record because didn't he turn on Melo and AI too though? I know he did some bullshit with them, but I don't know, bro.
Shoot, Stephen A talked about even when Kobe had to call him, check him. Talking about next time you got my number, pick up the phone. You want to know how I know that's true that Kobe did that? Because Charles Barkley got the same story.
But didn't Woj say some bullshit about Damian Lillard? Motherfucker ain't talking about that nigga. And nobody start getting on his ass like they get on Stephen A's ass. He said that let me look it up real quick.
I want to say we ain't hear about that.
Exactly. That's my whole point. We'll get on Stephen A ass about any and everything.
Stephen A gonna be front and center when he say something. That's how Stephen A always wanted to be. Stephen A want to be the first one. Oh man, look at me, man. I'm front and center. Stephen A coming through the door. That's how he always wanted to be.
So all right, as long as next time, okay, I'm gonna remember this, y'all. Lamb, Ray. Next time that nigga Chams, whatever that little Indian dude, no offense, but Chams, whatever he is, I think he Indian. Adrian Wojnarowski, all the other motherfuckers that's not black. Once they say something, I want the same energy. Because when they say some bullshit, because they be the main ones breaking shit. I see Chams and the Woj nigga more than I see Stephen A breaking shit. And they be wrong. Or they go out their way to say some bullshit about a nigga.
Most time you hear them breaking news, they talking about free agencies, trades, and all that stuff. They rarely come out and say some stuff like how Stephen A just said about Lonzo.
It be the delivery, but they still be doing the same shit, man.
Found some shit I love to do, so I can look comfortable. Searching for a peace of mind, need that when it's time to rhyme. Perfect in every line, any chance I get, and I know it takes time, but I will never quit.